Hello, everyone. Okay, so you are aware what is happening? Just turn to this. So you're aware what is happening. This week I took off for a lot of reasons, so I'm just going to play a short game of which should take 2 hours to play. It is the Park VOD. To a secret world, and it is in the secret world setting. I've never played this before. No idea what this is going to be. If I have to, I will disable the so, with that, let us begin. As I said, I've never played it before. My headphones are
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. We'll go and ask information.
Okay, shift is not run. There's no run. There's no crouch. I'm aware this game is very slightly an on-rails game. I still find it useful to just...
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Should be interacting.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island, and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place of joy and laughter, where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Okay, I never told you about the teddy bear. Who are you, Mr. Creepy Person?
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Over here!
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
Come on, Mommy!
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
Over here.
Callum, where are you going?
This way, Mommy.
Welcome to Atlantic Park. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I fell deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island, a place where families can bring their children to great memories of their own. I invite you to explore this park that we have created. The Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best views of the area, to the sideshow alley, with many fascinating games and objects for the local area to explore. Chad the Chipmunk recommends for little ones try the Tunnel of Tales for a gentle family-friendly retelling of timeless fairy tales. If that sounds too slow, grab an adult and jump on the bumper cars. Full throttle fun for everyone. For teens, pump on your adrenaline by going through the spin cycle in the Octatron, then defy the laws of gravity on our award-winning roller coaster. Finish up with the House of Horrors, but be warned, it might scare all the fun out of you. Big ones, take a romantic spin on the Ferris wheel with your significant other and take in the natural beauty of Solomon Island. Follow it with a stroll of exotic sights and wild games at Sideshow Alley. There's truly something for everyone at Atlantic Island Park. Once you've left Atlantic Island Park, there is so much to do here on Solomon Island. Present this brochure to your local business partners to save big dollars. Eat at Sunshine Deli, whether a light snack or something substantial. Sunshine Deli can find a way to satisfy your craving. Susie's Diner, laid-back dining in the heart of Kingsmouth. I played the original. I played Secret World before it got an update, and yeah, Kingsmouth. Kingsmouth is a place. That is a whole load of feelings right there, I guess, in that name. So, yeah, Kingsmouth is definitely a thing. Laid back half Kingsmouth, Susie's is the place to meet friendly locals and sample famous camp resorts. Lobster Trap, when in Maine, eat lobster. Lobster Trap has the freshest, finest seafood that exists. Reservations recommended. Places to sleep. The Overlook Motel. Best view of the island. For most reasonable prices, and the best part of the motel is located just a few hundred metres up the road from Atlantic Island Park. Jack and Wendy's bed and breakfast. For those who prefer a more intimate setting, Jack and Wendy have several beds available, very popular during the season, so call early to avoid disappointment. Okay. Yep. Sorry, let me just play with the mouse a second, I just need to get that to work. Hopefully that fits that issue, so hopefully, yeah, that seems to be working. Okay. You look very creepy. Nathaniel Winter welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. You look so
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Come on, this way.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Oh God. The park. What happened here? Callum! Where did you go? It's easy to get lost here.
You can't catch me.
Stop! Callum!
Catch me, Mommy.
Callum!
This way.
Don't hide from me, Callum!
Over here.
Stop, Callum!
Come on, Mommy.
Okay, one second.
Callum?
This way, Mommy.
I think this belongs to Callum. Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Park. He can be seen daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: Sideshow Alley, Octatron, Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slog. Okay. And here, kiddo. No.
Callum, come back here right now!
This way.
What's this?
Purchase the land on Solon Island for pittance, I might add. Whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just mention his name. If his name had people slamming doors, locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance. The realtor had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. Took it upon himself to offer me another warning. Don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter. The soil here is bitter. A curse is carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have great vision for this place. We'll see to it that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Park, the name is perfect. Can't imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. The other horror games have me exploring, but part of me thinks that this game is not one of those games where you're meant to really explore.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are. Callum, where are you? Stay where you are!
Where is he? I can't see him. Over here?
A boy named Hansel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or suck.
Come to Mommy, Callum.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. "What will become of us?" the woodcutter asked his wife one night. "I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there." "No, my wife, I cannot do that," said the man. "Then we will all 4 starve, you fool." Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. "Do not fret, Gretel," Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
To me, I feel like the boat is
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. "Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house?" An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you." The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here," Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman
I have a very
shaved.
limited field of view.
She
very
stuffed Hansel
concerned.
into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That's not... Hi there. Okay. I'm ready to leave. To go.
Where are you, Callum?
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about...
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws. Wait, Callum! Callum? Where'd you go? Another accident. This place.
Is that a knife or a stick for its head? Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island will be opening on time. Governors to book to cut the ribbons. Our only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astounding to think that from the A resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative. And that caused some taint that still lingers in this place. We will not make his mistakes. Very soon all will know that this has been for nothing. Hold on a second. Just need to check, because Twitch seems to be having a slight... Just need to check the internet is working. Yes, it is. I'm a little bit concerned about the teddy bear with what looks like a stick in its eye.
Come back. Hello?
Catch me, Mommy.
Callum!
This way.
Wait for Mommy!
Here.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitness report, Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannon. Witness name, Norma Creed. We were waiting our turn on the right, Frank, me and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving. Not people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go to him. He was a little bit wary of those suits that were creeps, so no. You know, the chipmunk man was carving and picking away at the ice. First we thought he was making an animal, a tiger, a lion. As more and more ice fell away, when first look it was like a human face, smiling out of the block of ice. The more you looked at it, the more you saw there was something not quite right about the proportions. Unnatural that made your heart cling to beat just a little bit faster. You would pray, thinking the ice was a hunter. Then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the car. Said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit and then, well, went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos, everyone was running away from the guy. There was one of the teenagers on the ground and he was stabbing with the ice pick. Blood was spraying and people were screaming. Frank and I had the kids. We were dragging them as fast as we could. The last thing I saw before Frank grabbed me away was the eyeball of one of those poor kids landed on the ice sculpture. A horrible creature looked more or less alive.
Come out, sweetie. I can't get on while it's moving. Oh, I remember this. Where did you go?
Oh. Ooh, hello. Who's in that? Who's in?
Come back, Callum.
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Come out, sweetie.
This way.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought. Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
I thought of working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun. To the end of the season here really drags. There aren't many tourists, so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. Most of the gossip's about Chad. I mean, Steve. See, even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's a goddamn suit. Beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. First it was little things, like refusing to change out the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it. It wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the spell. Saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, the other one day. Nothing seems to have changed. Smoot's suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. Apparently Steve has picked some new skills since last time I saw him. Puking up in the gutter outside a sickle station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Oh, since last time I saw him puking up, okay. Those shapes he makes in the ice though that give me the creeps. Steve came by in the booth today, lucky me. He just hung around for a while. Couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. I fucking knew, whatever he was doing. Asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Chad, Steve, wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Or do I quit? I want to see that chipmunk suit ever again.
Hello?
This way, Mom.
Okay then.
Where are you?
Oh, pardon me. Oh. The fuck are you?
Callum! Where did you go?
Can't catch me.
There's a lot of suspicions of what could happen. Maybe the kid died in an accident here, or... What's this one?
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat. I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Catch me, Mommy.
Just seeing if there are any paper notes. I know the game tends to give you... Not sure you want to do that. What happened? It's almost the music has changed.
Where did you go?
We'll quickly check these cars for information. Just a quick circuit. More explanation about Chad or see, this does make me miss the Secret World. Like, the Secret World was a brilliant game. I just cannot get behind the new control system they're using. Which really meant I could not play the MMO anymore. Shame, really, because as I said, I really liked it. Its combat was crap, but the setting and the mysteries Oh, hello. Employee's name Francis de Flint's. Time and date of accident 25th October 1976. Labourers working on the crane. Richard Stapleton. Edgeworth. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of bumper cars to the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of cars. Did you see a doctor? If yes, did you file an employer's portion of the workers' compensation form? Yes. Dexter claims to have seen someone on the back of the load, undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing it. The sheriff has requested Dexter to provide them with urine samples. Double-checking the straps after transit should be mandatory. Drug screenings for all drivers. That's not a good sign. Employer supply signature. Local labourers are very superstitious. This hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone in the local church walk the park and exercise.
Mommy is coming, Callum! Callum? Callum! It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff. Don't be afraid.
That looks like a bloody axe. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is, they are locals, so believe a lot of the rumours about old man Henderson used to do them. Grew up on those things. Every time a bolt comes loose, a wrench goes missing. It falls across themselves against the black magic. Of course they say, that's why I chose this site over other potentials. Solomon Islands is a necklace of dark energies. The thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth makes my skin. Brought in a few favours back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do. Turns out that old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections in the Brooklyn world. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I'm missing. Yeah, for those of you who haven't played Solomon Cthulhu Town. In fact, the raid boss for the Solomon Islands, so if I recall, is literally Cthulhu.
Alan, where did you go?
Oh, they can ride the Ferris wheel, according to benches.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
React to that? No? No? Okay.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
Send me back over here.
Stay where you are.
Let's just take me back to what I can.
Where are you, Callum? Callum, where did you go? Stay where you are.
Head in the right direction.
you? Callum! Mommy is coming, Callum!
Okay then.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Okay.
Callum? Callum!
Don't touch it.
There is a bit of a dissonance in your worry when you say Callum after you just had a big rant about how you don't care about him whatsoever.
Where are you, Callum? Stay where you are!
Yeah, I have to go upstairs. That is all. Notes for me to read. About how the park is fucked, or Chad is bit of a murderer. No, no. Okay.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before. Callum, where did you go?
Oh, here we go. You again.
What do you want?
We
Oh.
need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
So when it says the antithesis of everything the park is that good or bad? Is it the fact they're not a loving family? It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. Transport and storage mechanisms seem to be flawless. It's a wonderful day, whereas people knew what they were feeling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling down? What if children are more scared than excited on a roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality. Such doorways only open to those who have the will to find the key. Unfortunately, in the Secret World MMO, I never got to the theme park, because I know this is actually a zone to go to in the MMO. So I'm rather sad I never got to here. So I'd be interested to see what, having played the actual MMO, it would be like. Oh, hello.
The witch awaits. Callum! Callum!
Keep them away from me.
I can help you, Callum.
What are you scared of?
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. Callum, where are you?
Mommy, I'm scared.
Quickly check.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Don't let the witch put me in the oven.
Hansel and Gretel. Okay. Interesting.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in park-goers' mouths. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy, who noticed a pair of ravens tugging something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, owner of Atlantic Park, Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something this occurs, especially in a place that is designed to bring forth happiness and joy. Staff at Atlantic Park, Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim, and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward.
This isn't a game, Callum!
Don't let him take me.
You say it isn't a game. That's not a pleasant noise to one's ears. That's not.
Bastard. Who did this to him?
Waiting for the jump scare.
Come back!
Oh. You know, I sat there and I said the words, there's going to be a jump scare. It hadn't occurred to me that was going to be the jump scare.
Callum, where are you?
Follow the breadcrumbs.
I don't call blood breadcrumbs. I do not call blood breadcrumbs. Oh, look. Goes to here. Which is the newspaper. That's still sealed.
These are mine.
Oh god. Fuck gravity. That pig, but his daughter's hot. Your mother not save the league. Say no to graffiti. Some kids laugh, some kids cry, mostly children die. All that you love will be carried away. 1980s. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Reagan 80. Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. What is that? It's something. Bannerman is a fat pig. I can taste your dreams. Oh, only dead fish follow the stream. What are you trying to say about me streaming this game? You trying to say I'm a dead fish? Like, people watching this are dead fish?
Callum, I'm sorry.
This is some trippy shit.
Forgive me, Callum.
Okay.
Don't leave me here, Callum.
Don't touch me.
Future Times by Laurel and Howdy. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made omniscient by the broken fires in the coastal. Strain. We don't believe the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. Only truly naked wrens of righteous indignation are severed by war-crossed cleavages in trust. Exercise arrhythmia. Beaumont will come to the island bearing the talisman. He will shatter the seals that bind the orthodoxy of corruption. Only then will priests shoot sluts, reveal housewives, pontificate and delay messiahs, make axles for the rescue of Tango and Cash. Sweet temptress who grips the shafts, twists the shaft, absconding with third age fire into fourth age darkness, while God's light writhing on the shattered face of the earth. Gaia has sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered, and heavy-fisted hives break before frozen wills and calligraphic actress and penciled paper pornography. The all-seeing eye... Oh, bloody hell, there's more than this. The all-seeing eye will provide decade-long updates in the story going forward. Okay then. Pickled punks. Oh, lovely. Ah.
Oh, no.
Well, that was what I wasn't expecting. Note to self on content warnings. Self-harm.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside. I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
What are you scared of?
Checking the outside in case of any more notes, anything worthy of attention before we enter the haunted house. Okay. Oh God. Okay. I'll give you this. You have automatically made this a lot scarier by limiting my vision. I do like that. It's kind of... That's good horror. Oh, what's this? Done. Atlantic Park has closed its great gates. Jeering throng of townsfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I've sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I was thinking. That should not have scared. That should not have made me jump. I feel rather ashamed of that. Do I have to ask why it was a Nazi with a, well, what looks like a kind of traditional thing, is it a Nazi with a net gun that like you see in a shooter game?
Leave me alone!
Don't believe them.
Depending on looking at one of these moves and shit's gonna go weird. Okay. I see you. It's normal, it's normal. There's the ugly. Can you interact with any of these? Nope. Okay. Okay. Hey, Chad. How are you? How are you? That's actually like, you sat there just going, it should have been actually a lot more common sense. I really should have thought of a thing dropping to reveal the actual thing. That's actually kind of I would say that's good on the game that I didn't expect that. Oh. I didn't expect that. That's a cool effect. But the thing is, I love horror so much that it kind of gets to bits like this where I'm just like, I'm analysing horror and kind of appreciating the horror for the horror. If that makes sense. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Or is there a door? Just I'm sat going, do I go here or do I go down there? going to pop up in a second. Oh yeah, don't you feel clever. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with the intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue of either kind investigate this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. That would mean the boys in blue in the police, but also the Illuminati, one of the three factions in the secret world. Oh. Okay.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Just, I can't walk. Okay.
One little duck went out one day.
Yeah. You have to deal with clouds. Right. We'll do this in a minute. I'm just going to take a quick break for the bathroom and also to deal with a couple of pieces. So, give me just a minute and I'll be right back. Hello, 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 hello. We are back. Let us continue the last bit. I assume this is the last bit. We're going to fight the witch. We had to go through a clown face to do it. Okay, that's closed. Why do you have windows in the underground? Well, probably gas is quite sensible.
Don't leave me!
A circus. Oh, here we go. A circus burns the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owners put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk. Oh, crap. Hold on. Whoops. Enraged mob of townsfolk just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Huh. That at all does not seem at all poetic whatsoever.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Okay, trapped with the telephone. What's this? Hunger. True story of the Donner. Oh god, the Donner Party. This is actually a real thing. 1864. The group covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in Sierra Nevada, mountains with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies westward migration that the world had ever seen. Now, a panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. This never before expose read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive. Shocking true story. Yeah. Though I noticed they use gingerbread men. Is that thumping I heard? The wilting. With this novel, Susan Ackerby cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. As solar flares struck the Earth, millions of people uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. An exotic dancer named Chance Sahara is the key to saving the world again. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic, everything you've come to expect. Chance Sahara's back, and you better believe she's bigger, better, bolder than ever. This looks grim. Drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix the faucet. Due to all the other stuff, I'm very suspicious of what that meat is. Could I not use the wrench to fix the faucet? Okay. Ooh. Red room. Red room. Dunwich? Oh god, Dunwich. Emergency Services. Miss Mallard, as we agreed on our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is an official notification you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication you have been using. Dispose of remaining medicines. If you feel at any time you're suffering a relapse, please make contact with the local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Yeah, this is definitely Secret World. Lorraine, I received your letter and am surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map. And then, when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. Now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now, another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. Broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please do not contact me again, Karen. Fucking wow. Dunwich Emergency Medical Services. Mallard, Lorraine, Kimberly. Only a month. Depression. Note from overseeing psychologist. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious these episodes stem from grief of losing her partner Don, who died 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. Being kept under careful observation, we have provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. Patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Aftercare recommendations: weekly follow-up with local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium-based, discharge instructions. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues her medication. We have faith she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing, and her employer Susie has said she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Prescription for Zoloft can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start 10mg dose and based advice of
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
Increased medication is needed. Ms. Mallard, our inquiry into the estate of Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including life insurance for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased's parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams, explained your situation, and expressed his regards to the birth of Donald's and Callum. Unfortunately, we are not receptive to our overtures, and have specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand this may have a negative impact on your financial situation. I hope that I'm not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Fucking hell. There's a kid's drawing there, I can't read it. Further and further down the rabbit hole. thought. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know. I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I'm so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park it gets worse, like spree inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. And if we go for drinks after work it gets a little better. The guys relax, we laugh. And we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. When this job is done, I need to get out of this place. Go back to the city. I don't feel like this anymore. But yes, I was thinking names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, Emma if it's a girl. Just go quickly check that book again, just to make sure. The park, it was a waiting on a child for taking, using joy for baiting, while their mother's mind is breaking. Angela Sullivan. Oh God, it's got letters on it.
Show yourself!
Lorraine cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of her generation. It's not the first struck her for millions of people uprooted from their homes. Even meteorologist searches desperately for ways to stop global warming. An exotic dancer named Lorraine is the key to save the world again. Dynamic example from the Lorraine novel. Lorraine is back. Take the pills, follow up with Spencer, organise a babysitter for Callum. That meat is rotten. Dad took me. I mean, that's very reasonable. I mean, to be very honest, of course, thank you, William. The new watch is very nice. Has made me happy. Happy cat. But yeah, no, you totally should not blame a child in a divorce-like situation for going with one parent, because the child has no fucking clue what's going on. That's just reasonable. Okay, that's not changed any. That one was a happy carrot. Okay, here we go. PT situation once again. Oh, what's this? When we go for drinks after work. Oh. Oh. Chipmunk goes stab, stab, stabbing in the eyes of jab, jab, jabbing. All the town is gab, gab, gabbing. Just lie down, let it happen. Oh. True story of Hansel and Gretel. A long time ago in the woods there lived a woodcutter, his wife, and 2 children, a boy named Hansel, a girl named Gretel. They were very poor, had very little to buy and sup. The story's been doctored to hide the truth from the unsuspecting public. Now our panel of fairy tale experts have uncovered compelling evidence of Hansel and Gretel were in fact eaten alive. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how their parents inexpertly tried to cover it up by telling stories about a witch in a house made of candy. Shocking fake story.
In his flush, as the old movie stars say, that's show business. No, he is my old brother. Come here, Fluff. Yeah, where are you? Come here,
Here lie cry, see her try, her why.
You'll have the greatest time in your life. 606. 56. No. Hello.
Alcohol and pills. Now, as someone who has mental health issues, one of the classic rules we have is do not mix the pills with the meds. Oh god. A History of Solomon Island. God, I can't actually read History of Solomon Island. That's not very useful.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Okay. Oh. Boogeyman goes a walking, sneak, stealing, and stalking. Is he really a talking? Now is time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. Can I just say, Funcom, as always, masters of the environmentals. Woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. Here are the pages of a broken story. See her cry, say bye-bye. See her lie, see her try. Probably ask her one. you hear us, Lorraine? One of the most important science fiction of the generation. The sun will struck the earth. Millions of cattle are uprooted from their homes. The young shadow searches desperately for to stop global domination. Exotic dancer, listen, Lorraine is the key to save the world again. Dynamic, exciting, irrepressible. Everything will come to expect answers, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. You are alone. Nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. Just check everything. Oh god. So there's a baby in the oven and a very sharp implement. This took a turn. As we agreed in our meeting today, we continue to be batshit fucking insane. Let's be clear, you're in no way sound of mind or body, you're a danger to everyone around you. Please note that your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them, smoking, snorting, all intravenous. Take them anywhere you can, as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In case there was any doubt you're suffering a relapse, nobody cares, nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up. Oh shit. Again. Lorraine, I need you to focus on what we're discussing. The chipmunk killer, Steve Garden. He was locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winter hasn't been seen in years, but he's nowhere near Atlantic Island Park. We've established this. You know this. Talking, can you hear us, Lorraine? So a bit of our Catlin's slave shadow lies on your future our domination. You listen, Lorraine, you are the key to damning the world. You are irrepressible. You can only join us, Lorraine, we are one. See her lie, see him die. See her cry, see him cry. Ask her why, say bye-bye. Dan, don't forget Dawn. Dad. Not me. Is that what? What is blood? You will watch me what? Well, this game has definitely gone in a direction.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of the story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
So of course now comes the question, how much of this is in her head and how much of it is real? Kids broke in today. It's been so long since I had laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast, the others didn't notice. I'd hear him laugh, the boy from the academy. I put him on a slab, tickled him till he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirring in time to correct his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab.
Leave me alone. I'm a horrible mother. Where is he? Stop! Give him to me!
It'd be useful if you had your torch right about now.
Callum? 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 Callum!
Excuse me?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
You're not going to give us any answers there? We'll go through the credits to see. But I'm just kind of sat there going, that it? Let's see what continue game does. Oh, it's just this bed. Okay, in that case. Yeah, cool. Okay, chat. So supposedly there is one achievement that I am missing. So I'm just going to quickly check. Have I missed something? Okay, hold on. There is one thing we've left to do. One, well, actually no, don't worry about it. I'll worry about that later. It's really silly. So that was the game. That was the park. Um, okay. I'd like to understand what the hell just happened. Um, uh, I mean, it was a good game. It was a very walking simulator. I heard some people call it. I could very much see that now because you can't really miss anything. It gives you a very, you'll go through in this order, walk through in this order. I very much liked the PT bit at the end where you just kept going through the same room over and over again. That was quite cool. Um, uh, yeah, yeah, it's very But from what I gather, this game does take part in the secret world, and in fact, Lorraine does come up in the secret world. Um, but yeah, supposedly she does some. Yeah, because she gets from what I gather, she because for understanding of what part of the end is, you see the guy put down the jar of bees. Bees is a big thing in the secret world. Because your character gets a bee go into them, and basically when a bee goes into you, you suddenly become like one of these super people and basically become one of the heroes of the plot. So, from what I gather, she does turn up in the secret world. But yes, that was a game. That was a thing. So thank you all for joining. I intend to resume the schedule Wednesday. Wednesday will be Subnautica. Because we've now done the park, what I will probably do is we'll do Subnautica and the Moons of Madness as our second Wednesday horror game that we'll alternate between. And Saturdays will resume with. I think we will continue Lobotomy Corps. I might do a new campaign just because some of the SCP basically I ended up with got me into a bit of a screwed over point. I couldn't really progress without a whole lot of stress and issues. So we'll reset, we'll continue from day one. We'll have knowledge of these SCPs that we've gained over time. We probably then will have the second game actually be, because I think by then it should be out, as long as it runs on the laptop fine, Evil Genius 2. And then that'll do us through April. In May, I believe, is when the new Mass Effect Legendary Collection comes out. At which point, everything will be put on hold for Mass Effect because I love Mass Effect far too much. So yes, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. We will see you in the next stream. Goodbye.